Hi guys, Jasmo here with a quick update for the miner character that I'm playing. I am doing some bossing right now because I am finishing my Atlas progression. Currently I think I have like 4 watchstones left to get because I am at Awakener level 7 and only 1 left to do. I'm doing my Conquerors and Awakener, and I wanted to make this video to kind of show the footage of bossing on this character because you've seen some mapping and you've seen some like weaker bosses, but how does it do against like the higher end Conquerors and Awakener? So this is the footage for that. Basically what you'll see is that I'm sometimes using the detonate mines on the left click and sometimes not. So a quick tip for everyone playing miners is that you can use the detonate mines on left click and you just walk like that and detonate, and it's amazing for mapping. However, for bosses it's not always the right thing to do. Sometimes it is though, but for bosses like Conquerors, which you can actually one-shot, I definitely recommend taking it out of the left click and just manually detonating the mine, because you can kill all of the Conquerors in one chain of detonations. You don't need to actually fight the Conquerors if you're playing blazing Salvo mines, you just one-shot them, even if they are like the higher level ones. And keep in mind, my gear is still shit. I'm still wearing like rings and gloves that I found like before Blood Aqueducts while leveling. So there is definitely a lot to improve in my gear, and like I have like one C belt, 2 C boots, you know, like are very cheap items. So definitely this can improve even more, and if it one-shots Conquerors at this level, then you know, with awakened support gems and level 21 blazing Salvo and so on, it's gonna be absolutely massive. For Awakener itself, I definitely think that it's better to actually have the detonate mines on the left click, because what you want to you move so much during that fight. Like there is no time to like stack a lot of mines other than the beginning of the phase, and even at the beginning of the phase he's gonna teleport away immediately and you still want to do your debuffs and you still need to move away because he's gonna do abilities, and to do that at the same time while timing the detonate is a little bit difficult. If you can keep track of all of that, then that's great, but if you're not one-shotting him yet, if you're not phasing him yet instantly on Awakener and on Awakener 7 like I was doing, or Awakener 8, you probably won't be phasing him instantly unless you have like GG gear already and like 21 blazing Salvo and some other stuff. But if you still need to fight him for a couple minutes, then definitely I recommend putting it on the left click. That way you can keep dodging the mechanics, and basically the pattern is I see him, I drop flame wall on him or somewhere between him and the mines. Usually like on him, I drop the flame wall, then I drop the mines, then I do wave of conviction and the mines are detonating as I'm running, and then I do a couple more clusters of mines because I'm doing the minefield support, right? So I'm throwing a couple of more throws, which throw like 5 mines and then detonate that, and then usually do that a couple of times and then he's gonna phase, right? So that's basically how it works out. It's very comfy. Like I'm also switched to my flasks for fighting Awakener, because normally I'm just pressing all of my flasks at the same time as I'm mapping. So I just have like my block and armor, I have some life regen and mana regen, I have crit, I have the movement speed, and I have the phasing. And during all of that I also have the extra freeze immunity, curse immunity, bleed immunity, and poison immunity on top of the ignite and shock immunity that I have. So I'm pretty much immune to ailments for most of the time, not for all of the time, which is why this is not a hardcore character. And I also have fortify on that flask. However, for Awakener I removed the roomies and I removed the quartz flask, and I put my regular life flask and regular mana flask in order to just be able to spam mines non-stop, because you're not killing monsters, so you're not getting the charges back, so you cannot rely on your mana regen from enduring hybrid flask. So I need the enduring mana flask because it has a lot of charges. The eternal one has like I think like 5 uses at least or something like that. It's really a lot of uses that you get, and that you can just spam mana flasks anytime you need it, and it lasts a really long time, and definitely worked very well. So Awakener was pretty easy. Like it was slightly easier than I actually expected, because previous time I did it was like on a 4 link because I kept like bricking my rod while trying to 6 link, but eventually now on a 6 link it's doing extremely well. And yeah, and the Conquerors are just getting one shot. So some of you are asking for like how the build deals with bosses, and the build deals with bosses in a freaking excellent way. So I definitely recommend this build because it has better clear from what I've seen than GC mines. Like people playing GC mines have like decent clear, but it has way better single target as well than GC. So I am enjoying this build, and I'm gonna continue playing it and developing it a little bit more. And after that, I have a plan for a really spicy character. The one thing I'm going to hint at my next character that I'm going to make is that it's going to rely on an attack skill that pretty much nobody uses anymore, and it has to do with the alternative quality, like the alternate quality gem of that attack. That's a hint for now. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.